My voice is cracking.
The New Zealand team do the haka before the game. The Australian team lined up. This is always my favorite part of every tournament. I'll let you guys watch. And that is the New Zealand team starting the day off right with the haka, which is a ceremonial dance in Maori culture, and it's amazing. It is so much fun to watch these guys do it every time, and every time they start a match against a new team, they've been performing starting this way, and you see everybody in the whole auditorium run there with their phones out to get it on camera. So I'm glad we managed to get the stream up just in time. But this will be a fun match. It's Australia versus New Zealand. New Zealand is the Canada of Australia. No, they're great friends. They're close neighbors. They play dodgeball together all the time in the Asian Pacific Invitational API. This will be a fun game. They're really looking forward to this, and also a great way to start the day. High energy, great people, great sportsmanship, and enough to get me going enough to where I can remember how to speak. I'm having a little issues today, it seems.
Yeah, who would have thought that after 3 days of speaking, might be running into a little bit of problems.
I have a reputation to maintain, so I can't be seen as not talking constantly.
Yeah, our voices are perfect. 100%.
100%.
Ooh, okay. Very quick rush there.
Oh!
Almost got his hands on that for a catch.
But a miss from Dez and the counter. That was a great play by New Zealand. Australia, kind of should have had that, but they, not should have. That's not what I mean.
Nice counter there from, I think that was Brandon Leitner in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Made that shot under the corner of New Zealand.
Rising star, Brandon. Former.
A lot of pressure. Ooh.
Oh.
I just had really bad deja vu.
Really bad deja vu?
In the greatest way possible. So.
Is it because every time we meet it feels like the first time?
I think so. I think that's it.
That's how I feel about our audience at home.
Okay, so 5-on-5. Let's just do some basic rules here. When you have the majority of balls, your team has 10 seconds to make a throw. That shot clock starts the second the ball crosses over that midline. If both teams have the same number of balls, the team with the most players. And if both teams have the same number of players as well, the team that threw last does not have to throw again.
If you're looking at those white lines on the court, they are made of lava. You cannot touch them. You can't, even if you so much as barely touch the white line on the outline or the center line, you will be out, which is, I think, what happened to the New Zealand player over there in the outline. I think he dodged and landed out of bounds, 1 foot. So, but we have 4 versus 5 right now. It's so early. It's literally the first game, and anything can happen. Sorry, a little technical difficulty there. Forgive me for zoning out. The technical difficulty is that I need more coffee. We have 4-on-2. Australia turning it around. Australia is a really, really powerful squad, tight squad. They've been training. They've made some changes to their roster and going really strong this tournament. New Zealand, though, same thing. They've been working on it and building their way up. A lot of familiar faces on the New Zealand team. And they are no stranger to the world stage. We'll see how much they learn from playing together. Nice block there, number 23. Actually, I feel like almost every person left on the court right now on the Oz squad is pretty new to the team. First or second year at least. Ooh, number 12 out. Tran hit with the double team by New Zealand. Brandon Leitner putting in a lot of pressure. Oh, wow, Leitner putting the pressure. I think that was a catch. I think he knocked the ball out of his hand, but he also managed to make that catch. So the ball switched. We'll see what the referees say. Leitner out regardless, but let's see if he got the other guy out and this is game, or if he gets to stay. It is a catch and an out. It is a catch and an out. Let's see. Referee Jeremy Lapierre. A catch and an out. Bringing one in. So we are 1-1 in that exchange. 1-1 in that exchange. Oh, 1-2 in that exchange. Sorry, I thought he had walked off the court. So 2-on-1. And let's see how they can do this if New Zealand can pull it up. A great exchange there earlier and a fantastic catch on the New Zealand side. Got the Aussie team putting on pressure. Oh, taking the shot, nipping his feet. He did not jump. Number 67 did not jump high enough. And fantastic hit there. The Oz team is now chanting and yelling, and I love it because, as we've said on this broadcast several times, the Argentinians are kind of doing a lot more yelling, and I can't have that. I can't have that. I need my Oz fam to step it up in the cheer department. I know that there's plenty of fans back at home watching the stream or the rebroadcast of the stream, and getting angry at me for saying that, but step it up. We need some true Mergler spirit out here, or something to get the energy up. I think the Oz team just already took a timeout. Right away, Coach Nico Senevaratne is out there chatting with his team. Obviously, he did not like what he saw in that last match, so he is switching things up. Let's see if he makes any changes to his roster. The New Zealand team seems to be chilling. Coach Simon Harrison over there telling his team what's up. But that was already, or a timeout after the game one is kind of interesting to me. And since I'm the only one here right now, as Bill is dealing with some other technical issues, I will just say yes, Jake, that is interesting to me as well. In all honesty, I'm not sure if this will ever get out. But for those of you at home watching, remember Cancun is known for its beautiful beaches and drinks and tropical paradise, but it is not quite known for its technological infrastructure, including internet and Wi-Fi. These are things we experience when we go to other cities that aren't, like Los Angeles or Toronto, and it's just part of traveling the world and expanding the world of dodgeball. But this is a fantastic, beautiful place, and this venue is awesome, and we are so happy to be here. But for those of you at home, you might experience a bit of lag and a bit of blurriness here and there. We apologize for that. We've been told that when you rewatch the stream, it looks fantastic. And if you need something to look at that's fantastic, you can just visit me on Instagram at TheRealJakeMason. But meanwhile, speaking of Instagram, also, at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram. At World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram. You can ask us questions, and we will hit them up on the stream. This morning, a ton of questions that you guys asked from yesterday came through. All of a sudden, again, internet is spotty. But so we'll be answering them all day. We'll also be posting bonus content such as interviews and player profiles and behind-the-scenes stuff on our Instagram at World Dodgeball Federation. So make sure you're following us at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram. And then follow all your local federations as well. Australian Dodgeball, at Australian Dodgeball Federation, at USA Dodgeball, at Dodgeball New Zealand. All of them. Go ahead and scroll through on our website and see who you like and who you want to see. No, forget it. Just follow all of us. Hi, Bill.
I'm back.
Are we good?
Yeah, we were only streaming to the Mexican Dodgeball Federation YouTube, the WDBF YouTube page. So that was the issue there.
Well, hopefully for the rebroadcast, all our helpful information will be shown there, including my shout out to the Merglers and my fantastic insight into the sport of dodgeball.
Yeah, I apologize for missing it.
If literally it's the world's loss if this doesn't get out, because I said some good stuff, as I tend to do when I'm sitting here talking to myself into a microphone.
That's what I do at home anyway. I just sit on the couch and
constantly.
Okay, looks like we're getting back into it.
I don't even know what the delay was down on the court either. Was it
I think they were waiting for us.
Oh, they were waiting for us.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Another time, like Desmond Omnuare, right out the gate, getting hit. Second one, they tried to play Des as the first. Well, they wanted to do that to New Zealand, but twice now in a row, the New Zealand has countered that pretty effectively.
Yeah, making it a one-for-one trade, and you can, it's a pretty neutral play, right? Depends on the players you get out and how, their presence on the court, how much you rely on that player. But nice shot.
Ooh.
Cross court gets the knee of the corner, number 67 on New Zealand. I actually have all your names.
Yeah, we are going to try to load our rosters as well so we don't have to call people by numbers. I like to make it a little more personal. But in the meantime, we can just call them by their numbers or objectify them by their...
Shot there, number 11, that was on win. Let's see what the New Zealand side does.
Oh, and a big hit, taking out number 3, Ashley Chan.
You usually see these teams approach the line and, take some pump fakes, and every now and then you got to do something a little bit off tempo and come up there and just take that shot and immediately. That was a hell of a shot.
That was great, yeah. I haven't seen the New Zealand team play in a while. They were in the States last year, but I was running everything, so I didn't really get to watch. I think I maybe saw probably a minute of the New Zealand team play last year. Not as much fun as sitting here watching on live or on the commentary or on the live stream. Yeah. I highly recommend playing dodgeball or watching dodgeball and not running tournaments. But actually, no. Everyone else should be running tournaments. We need more of them and spread the love. But that being said, the New Zealand team is definitely a different team than I'm used to from a few years ago. They were not in Toronto. They were not in Toronto. So the last time I saw them play live was in Australia, in Melbourne, in 2016.
Yeah, it's been a few years. Still a great team. I watched them for a little while play against Great Britain yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 7-3. It was a pretty good match.
Ooh, nice block there.
Staying alive there. That was Donovan Hutton staying safe in that corner. Once again, once you get down to 2 or 3 players, this game can really slow down. The opening, series of plays, they tend to be a little faster, right? Not everyone has a blocking ball. It's harder to stay alive. But once everyone has a blocking ball in hand, usually that's why you give certain players blocking balls. Is you want to keep them alive into the late game. Those are the guys you want to protect, or they're effective at keeping your players safe. Ooh, and that's I believe Hutton getting knocked out.
Hutton out. We have Captain Nick Fogger is still on the court. He's been on the team for a while. It was a great little underhand throw. Really quick wind up. It didn't connect, but it was enough to make them back off and let them get sorted get 2 balls in his hands to block, take the counter. Great block there. Was that Brandon Leitner? Yes,
Leitner's
yes, it
in
was.
the middle there. And good job by Christopher Lung-Chi Hang. Getting that close range shot onto Hutton and coming out alive. No, earlier.
This one. Oh, earlier.
Right now we see.
Oh, right on. Nick countered.
Good job by Packy, staying alive on the 2 players approached, stayed alive and blocked the other one, and good work by him.
But that was again, nice block. Again with the under.
But that
one got him. But the underhand throw. So there's some great strategy there by Nick Farger. He the underhand quick windup is quick enough. It doesn't need to necessarily hit the opponent because as they all charged on him, it was enough to stop them from charging and stop the corner from kind of mowing them down with the ball.
Yeah,
and then he
momentum there.
With 2 balls in hands, he was able to do that. Then use the other ball to block, and then use that ball to counter very quickly, and it was very effective. He just barely got tapped there. That was some great strategy there. Great countering by Nick. He definitely held them at bay with that.
Big off the rush. No one comes out. No one gets tapped on this initial rush. Everyone comes out alive. Brandon Leitner staying alive off that throw. So let's see what Australia has here. 4-ball play for them. They get to throw 1 if they choose and get to play man-on-man coverage here. We're going to see a lot of one-on-one pressure. Australia chooses to let the New Zealand team come in and go for a charge play afterward. You'll see there's a couple different styles of play in terms of how the teams will approach defense. The Canadian team, for instance, really likes to keep that space. This New Zealand team and, for instance, nice catch there. Staying alive and gets the blocking ball on it. Great work. Just for the folks at home, the Australian side is the team in blue. The New Zealand side is the team in white, for those that don't know. Refs are going to convene. I think just verify that that catch was indeed a catch and they did get the block afterward. I'm not going to try to guess what the refs are going to guess here. Okay, cool. Safe. I'm terrible at charades, so I can't really read the refs from up here. Okay, New Zealand on the attack. Underhand throw. Staying alive by the Australian side, and the cross court coming out by, sorry, I want to make sure I say it right. Lung-Chi Hang, but gets countered in the process. Let's see what play comes out here. Throw from the center, staying alive. Ooh. Okay.
You all right there?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce Desmond's last name, and I don't want to butcher it.
Wait, hold on. I had it. Omnuare.
Okay.
And now Omnuare. I still am probably messing it up because every time I'm told it, it's with a thick Australian accent from Devram. But it's a tricky one, and I've known him for like 5 years, and he's a fantastic human being. So I just like to say Des is a fantastic human being, and it saves me the embarrassment of not pronouncing his last name correctly. But he is so fantastic, he does not care, or at least he doesn't show it, and he will forgive you. But
he's been phenomenal every time I've watched him this event. He's been someone that the other teams have to give attention to. He is a presence on that court for sure.
Yeah, he is definitely a presence. He's a very smart, very strong player. Oh, nice hit and a great counter, leaving Des and is that on? Is that sorry?
No, that's
Win. Let me get my. So.
Win. Sorry.
No, it's Win. I was just trying to think of. I was trying to use first names because I'm trying to be more.
The wrong roster.
I actually know these people. You would not know that from the stream. Actually know and hang out with them and adore them on both teams. And yet here we are on the spot, and I can't remember anyone's names.
Coffee hasn't kicked in yet. It's day 3.
I would like to blame the coffee, but yes. Here we go. 3-0. Australia over New Zealand, but it's been a close game every time.
Yeah.
New Zealand is playing really well against the Oz team, and I'm loving this.
I mean, I assume these two teams. Okay, there we go. Nice shot. Takes out the corner for New Zealand.
Hunter Martin there.
Yeah.
A very honest player because he just got nicked and went out. They're not happy about it in the outline, but whatever. It's dodgeball.
On Ramiro taking a big dodge, jumping over that ball, staying alive. Brandon Laney with the counter. Connects with the shin. New Zealand coming up. Takes one shot and will keep 3 balls for defense. Now they get to play that man-on-man coverage. Let's see how they...
Don't get me started. It's too early.
Okay, it's nice. If you get to have that 4-ball play on offense, you only throw 1 and 3 balls on defense. That's kind of where you want to be. You get to keep the momentum. The pace of the game is kind of on you. You get to throw your double when you want to. So having that 4 balls, it's pretty important. It's not as important once you get down to the final couple of players. Once everyone gets a blocking ball, but it is pretty valuable. That's
fantastic counter. Fantastic counter by Christopher.
And Brandon Leitner gets over that blocking ball.
So Brandon,
into the New Zealand player's chest.
Brandon is not new to dodgeball, but he's new to this team, this foam team. He used to be a cloth player. I know I said the C word on the stream.
How dare you?
How dare I? Actually, we love cloth, and we will be introducing it next year in the WDBF Championships in Glasgow.
Dual division.
And but Brandon, every time I've seen him play, I've just seen him light people up. So it's pretty exciting to see that young new upstart. I don't know, kicking booty.
I've gotten to talk to him a couple times this week, and he's got so much energy. He's got a love for this game, and yeah, he's just a great player to be around. A lot of passion for the sport. I mean, everyone here does, right? Like, no one's walking away with $1 million. Like, they're all here just for pride. And
did you not see my contract?
yeah.
That's weird. All right. $1 million.
Yeah, that Dogecoin.
Yeah, exactly. Dogecoin. One day it'll be really, really, really valuable. I invested heavily in this.
Until then.
This guy on the side of the road told me it was a smart decision. Hey, join dodgeball and invest in it. It'll pay off. And it has paid off because I've met some amazing people, and not only my co-commentator here, but both every human being on that court down there. I really, really love these two teams.
False start by the Australians. Looks like Nguyen early jump.
And we have a rule update. Ooh. Yes, as of last night. So a false start, the team gets 1 warning for a false start. If they do it again, they will. Wow. Des fumbled with the pass back just enough to. Well, he didn't really fumble it. He dropped it to go for the catch, and it wasn't quick enough. The pass back, New Zealand was too quick, and the pass back really took him out. They're aiming for Des every time, right out the gate.
I mean, he has a presence on that court. He's so good at dodging. If you think you can get him out, he's worth it. Because trying to get a 30-foot shot on him, it's difficult. I've seen him dodge, and he's so. He's such a powerful player, but at the same time, he's just got so much movement to his play, and he doesn't overcommit to his dodges. He'll jump and whatnot, but he's got a lot of secondary movements in his jumps, and once he goes down, he can get out of it. So he's a tough player to get out.
Yeah, no, all around. That was a great shot.
Number 38 on the Australian side, that is
Troy Haynes. Is my baby Troy in there? There he is. Also a great guy. Nice to see them rotate him in on this one. I wanted to see him play.
Yeah. We've been seeing Nguyen in the corner, but now we're getting to see what Haynes does. It's been interesting seeing a couple teams change up their corners. For instance, I know we're biased, but watching the Americans change out of between matches, Hashimoto and Mike McGee versus watching Stone and Spacier. Right?
Yeah.
It's a very different style of corner, so I'm excited to see what Haynes does versus Wynn and how they approach these corners.
We got a little 1-for-1 there, taking out Wynn and Win. Win and win, spelled differently,
shot.
but nice shot, nice shot.
Caught him sleeping.
Oh man, I was so unprepared for a win-win joke.
Ashley Chan in that, or was Ashley Chan in that left corner. He did a great job there of, catching a player sleeping and then charging, doing a lot of pump fakes, dragging attention, and getting another ball for his team's next play. I don't think we brought it up, but any ball thrown resets the count. So all that pressure and getting that extra ball, like you're not even delaying your own count. If you get that extra ball, you get a whole fresh play coming out of it. So that was great work by Chan.
I'm not seeing, we've got, they're trying, the two New Zealand guys on the court are holding their own against 4 Aussies. Troy with the,
That's
not a fake out, a very graceful fake out, I guess, is what he just did there.
Robert Worth voiding 2. Okay, 2 players left for the New Zealand side. 4-ball play here. Are they going to double or?
Nope. I think they're. Oh well, yeah. 4 balls though. I feel like.
Ooh, there's that.
Oh.
Still remains
catch
4, but
So Brandon Leitner, yeah, he caught the ball. That was weird. I saw that, but it seemed like only Brandon and I saw it.
Oh yeah.
The referees aren't calling it. The other guys like, wait, did you? But I thought it was pretty clear. Brandon, he missed the guy, but right behind him, Brandon came in and caught it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Interesting, though.
Oh, okay.
So,
that'll close the game out.
I mean, okay, so our referees are great. Jeremy Lapierre right there, head ref. He's fantastic. I love having him on any crew. But that's a weird moment when a player's like, no, I caught you. And the refs kind of have to confer, and then they say, yes, it's a catch. But, you can't help but be like, did you even see it, or are you just calling it because the guy said so? Yeah. And even though, yes, you all saw it on the stream and it happened, it doesn't inspire confidence from the players to the refs sometimes. And also sometimes as a ref, you're just like, yeah, of course it's a catch. I don't need to call it because it's very clearly a catch. I say that the refs are not there to police you. They're there to keep the game going. Dodgeball is built off of and based off the honor system, and you're supposed to take your outs. The refs are there to take called tricky outs. They're there to, help you, when you don't know what's going on, or if like you get hit and you don't have the ball set, things like that, deflections, ways that you don't know.
I think another point to bring up is that just because he threw it and got caught doesn't mean he was watching that. It's actually I'm
not saying he was cheating. He didn't know he got caught. Yeah.
Just for the players at home, like if you're watching your throw connect with someone, you're probably doing it wrong. You actually want to be looking for that secondary play. If a counter's coming toward you, you have to be aware of the court. So you don't even. There's been plenty of times where I don't realize I got caught, right? And I'll go through and do some secondary play. It was because I have to have my attention elsewhere very quickly. It's always cool watching your outs, but I can do that on camera later.
Exactly. I always tell people if I in rec leagues too, like as they grow, do not follow your ball. You throw it, and you got to be immediately prepared for the counter, immediately prepared to see what's going on. If you watch, you see a lot of really talented players throw, and they need that satisfaction of the hit, of seeing the hit themselves, and then they leave themselves very vulnerable. And a player like myself always takes advantage of that. Oh,
big catch there.
Big catch. Bringing it back to 6-on-4 now. New Zealand players, 6 players. But the score is 5-0 Australia over New Zealand. It's 2 minutes on the clock.
In the corner that made that catch. No, that was Nick Saunders.
Saunders, yes.
Ooh. Connects with the chest of Martin. Once again, rips his sleeve off. He's frustrated with himself. I think that's happened to him a couple times now where that's just gotten over his blocking ball. A lot of pressure. Leitner with the counter, and a second one followed up by Ashley Chan. Leitner with that pressure from the middle, trying to draw some attention, force him back, see if he can force a mistake. 4-ball play here from the Australian side.
3 New Zealand players left on the court. For Oz players, I think it can still go either way, obviously. Oh!
And catch by Chan.
Catch, make it
It's
5
been his
on
game.
2. It has been. When they're unsuccessful counter, but I can't say unsuccessful because Nick did the same thing. He stopped him from charging. He stopped him from charging his player and gave himself time to adjust his knee pads.
Yeah.
His Balliste knee pads, mind you. Balliste dodgeball gear.
Taps packing. Good job taking us out. I didn't think that was an out, but good on him for calling it. Once again, this is a game of integrity. Refs aren't here to call you out unless it's something tricky. 6 balls, 4 refs. It's a little bit difficult.
It is definitely hard. Yeah, again, to go on my rant, the refs are not here to police you. They're here to keep the game going. They're here to make these calls, but it's up to you. If you know, obviously, in the honor system, you need to take your outs. It shouldn't be, you don't play to the whistle in this sport. That's what I'm looking for. You do not play to the whistle in this sport.
Yeah.
And as we grow and as we continue to grow, I hope we don't lose that because it's very unfortunate. My favorite thing about dodgeball is the players, honestly, the integrity, like just, the family aspect. And as we grow, we're going to lose a little of that, but not all of it. And I hope that people will still be held accountable 10 years from now for taking their own outs.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing too. In Dodgeball Seattle, where I'm from, that integrity follows our players off the court too.
Oh, nice.
It's great to hear what we hear about our community and the businesses in the area that we work with and all that stuff. So shout out, the players here take that integrity off the court as well and follows them.
We do.
It's great to hear.
It's definitely important to have that. Dodgeballers are very community minded and active, and I know in WeHo Dodgeball, they do the same, very active in the community. And I know in Melbourne, they do the same, also very active in the community. So go Dodgeball. Wow, look at us. We're awesome. I'm very proud of this sport and these people. Holding there. Yes, I thought it was a block. The refs are calling it a skim. I'm also about 100 feet away. I don't know how far away I am, but I'm pretty far away and up in the air, so a little hard to see.
It's weird. The sound of a rubber ball hitting someone is pretty obvious, but 7-inch balls hitting 7-inch ball versus hitting a player, a little bit more similar. Harder to make that judgment just based on sound.
There's a lot of sounds in here. Oh, well, we all heard that.
Yeah, what a shot there.
Oh, and a catch. Troy with a catch on Hutton. Put his ball in between his legs and had his hands straight.
And then catch. Lucas would call that the cursed ball.
Yeah.
You make that catch and then you throw one right away.
He just paying it forward.
Cameron Leitner grabs it. That's a doubled up cursed ball.
Bringing in Haynes did. All right, it's still 2 on. Wait a minute. I might have attributed some of.
Out. Australia cleaning up the side. Make it 7-0.
What I'm realizing is that Jake Packey and Nick Farger from here look almost identical. So apologies to my boys if I was attributing to Jake, if I was attributing some of Nick's stuff to you, because literally I just looked and saw both of you on the court and thought, there's 2 Nicks on the court. We are far away, as I just said, and up in the air, and I'll make sure I look at your numbers before I give anybody credit, but
it's really one person moving quickly back and forth.
Look at him right now. You can't see it on the camera, but Bill's here, and both the headbands, both the little scruff, both very handsome gentlemen, and I am embarrassed because I think I might have given some of Jake's cred to Nick earlier.
Yeah. How dare you misidentify someone from 100 feet away?
You can yell at me at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram. You're going to have to follow me to yell at me. So at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram.
Slide into those DMs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. You can also hit me up at The Real Jake Mason if you want, at USA Dodgeball. You can feel free to use all sorts of social media platforms to yell at me as long as I get those engagements. And
so that was the first half, by the way. So in this format, there's 2 20-minute halves. We got about a 5-minute break here before we get started with the next half. And I didn't realize that time was so low. we were in no block mode.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that before.
We're so busy talking about integrity and silly stuff like that we were not talking about the game. Those of you at home, I'm sure, knew what was going on.
There was just so many fantastic plays that weren't blocks. We assumed.
Yeah, we just assumed they were just playing really well. Let's see. I'm gonna go into my DMs real quick and see what we've got. I would love to see some messages, some questions. Pulling it up. Let's see. Ask our commenters. Are there any rules or regulations on what the team kits can look like? As of now, the only rules are they have to have their player numbers on the front and the back, and you need to have the players' names on the back as well. But other than that, there are some guidelines on finger tape and where it can be placed.
Oh.
And obviously we want our players to be safe, so you can tape for injuries, but you can't tape
for grip.
For grip, and you can't use sticky tape and certain kinds of chalk. You can't use any chalk, anything that's gonna hit the ball or like leave from your hands to the ball to someone's face, in their eyes, anything like that.
Oh.
You can use something I believe like a liquid grip, something that dissolves a little and isn't gonna get on the ball.
And even so, like I know I use chalk. It helps when your hands get sweaty after 40 minutes of play.
Yes.
I mean, you get sweaty in general, but
I'm sweaty right now.
We're in Cancun, Mexico.
We're in Cancun.
It's humid. It's 90 degrees.
Starting the second half here, 20 minutes on the clock. Australia is up 7-0. Again, the score. Oh, very quick counter.
I think that was
17 chant or
no. It's why did I put the roster away?
Yeah, Andy Chow.
Chow, there we go.
So again, this score is not indicative of the
quality of the game.
Yeah, I mean every game has come really close. New Zealand had Australia on the ropes a few times. They just didn't manage to close it out, but that means it's still like really, really tight game. So you never can look at the score and be like, oh, 7-0 or 7-4 or whatever, and be like, that was a blowout, because this is definitely not a blowout of any kind. And there's, again, 20 minutes, so anything can happen.
Yeah. Good work there, staying alive by number 4. That's Brendan Leitner. I don't know why he looks different from this angle.
Oh, is this his good angle? Yeah, his hair's parted to the side. He's good. That's funny. Oh, we've got Jaden Watson on the court for the first time this game, or this match.
Jaden's been great as well. I gotten to talk to him all week and get to know him. He's a veteran of this team. A lot of this team is fairly new, from what I understand. But Jaden is one of the long-time veterans of this.
Yeah, actually, that is true. Jaden Watson, I feel like Robert Worth has been on the team before.
Sounds right.
But it's hard to know because they all travel together, and there's the Oz team, and then there's the Oz drinking team, and guess which one I cheer for. And and like looking back, it's always hard to remember who was actually on the squad for me.
Nice shot there by Worth, by the way.
They're all family.
Number 67, that was Hunter Martin, right in the leg.
We've got 5 players on the Oz side, 3. Australia put in
deflection into the toe of his corner. That's always frustrating. Not much you can do as your corner. You're not really supposed to be watching the balls come at your teammates. Otherwise, you're leaving yourself open. You got that corner. He's got Worth on him. He's looking away. He's going to take that shot too. Let's see. What do we got here? 3-ball play from the Australian side. New Zealand staying safe. Let's see. Who are they going to target here? Who do they think they need out? It's again Worth and Leitner staying safe, getting away from that ball. Missed connection there. Once again, things start to slow down quite a bit once you're down to your last 2 or 3 players. Everyone gets a blocking ball. It's easier to stay alive. Look for, Australia's probably going to want to counter at some point, get them on, the transition from defense to offense. It's usually when, taking the hard shot, going for someone with a blocking ball, and Gets the toe tap on the jump there. Great work. Pressure coming from Watson, trying to keep everyone safe. Drags the shot to him, but does connect with Watson.
Oh, Nick's got 2 balls. He was using 2 balls, being a little selfish there, Nick. Trying to protect himself, obviously, but trying to get a ball over to his corner, who was left a little unprotected there for a second. Luckily, it didn't connect, and they managed to sort itself out.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing that, even though they were down, 2 to 5, once you have those blocking balls, things slow down for your side. Don't get demotivated. That's your end game now, right? Things slow down. You have some more room to dodge.
Oh, great counter and a great block.
Staying alive.
Staying alive.
Leitner tries to take that 50-foot shot, and of course, it's a big dodge out of the corner of from New Zealand.
Brandon Leitner's got a strong arm. He must do a push-up or 2.
That was Donovan Hutton making a big dodge to stay alive. But
oh,
gets hit there.
I thought he had a catch there for a second, but nope. Their team's like, slow down, don't take any chances.
Yeah.
If I was correct, Nick's been playing really well, if it was him.
Ooh, connection there.
Connection. Again, if you're all watching at home, please send me any messages, correct us, let us know. We don't have the YouTube comments right in front of us right now. We will get to those. But Instagram is the best way, at World Dodgeball Federation. I've got that in my hand and open and ready to go. Shout out again to the Merglers and the Us drinking team at home watching on the stream.
Yeah,
big shout out to Chucky Norris. We miss you. We wish you were here, from New Zealand. And we love you guys, and we're glad you're watching at home, because it is like 3 a.m. in New Zealand right now. So dedicated. Either they got up early or they were up all night, and either way, I'm a fan. Oh,
big shot there.
Brandon Beatty just got beat down. No, I'm not there yet.
That was Chow once again, showing some emotion after that hit. Really showing his excitement with that shot that he had. Oh, I always like to see players come out of that, not as stoic, showing some excitement on the court. Big catch there. That's number 26 on the New Zealand side. That's Nick Varger. Brandon Leitner staying alive there. Just comes up short. Okay, let's see what this. Oh, 4-on-4. Nice big dodge there. Number 27 on the Australian side. That is Badcock. No, Badcock?
Badcock. Martin Badcock.
Okay. New Zealand once again with that 4 balls. Getting to control the tempo here. Have Leitner and Badcock in the middle, both open targets. And there we see Badcock gets hit. Bringing it down to a 4-on-3.
4-on-3. I want New Zealand. I mean, no, I'm not. I don't want anyone. I'm very impartial, but I would like to see New Zealand get at least a point here, get on the board.
Connects.
That was a little rough. They were a little in each other's way. They got a little too close there, number 10, number 23, and unfortunately 10 timeout New Zealand. Screen. He screened his teammates. So screening, people at home, for those of you watching, screening is when you basically are in front of your teammates and they get hit as a result of you being in front of them and them not being able to see a ball's coming towards them or kind of interfering.
So you usually want to stay in your lane for the most part. Literally, back and forth.
Yeah, front and back, not side to side. Yeah.
Every now and then you'll see I guess I've been calling it, your corner, your guard, and your middle are essentially the 3 types of players. The corner being the person obviously in the corner, the guard being one player in from that. Their job is typically, if a corner throws, to come up and take that pressure away. Obviously more than that, but then your middle is, dedicated to the center, and so very different positions overall and responsibilities.
And you got to be versatile in life and on the dodgeball court.
Yeah.
Man, it is early. My filter is just about to break. So many opportunities, but this is a family-friendly show, sir. Yeah. I would appreciate if you stopped instigating me. But yes, anyway, screening is a new term we all learned. Do not screen your teammates, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up 3-on-2 instead of 4-on-2. You got Leitner taking the shot, so
there.
close, trying with the counter.
Good footwork there to stay alive. Let's see if this New Zealand squad can get on the board here. Leitner staying alive. Worth coming up. Leitner gets tagged though. Worth will be the last one in for the Australian side. 2v1. Does have 5 balls though. I think he's going to take the... Okay. He's trying to find someone here with this next shot. Good job staying alive there. But number 33, that's Beattie on the New Zealand side. I wonder if they're going to double team here. Nope. Don't want to give Worth an open shot. Good job by Worth so far, staying alive, playing it safe, taking his time. He doesn't have to rush anything here. He can kill the clock in this second half and come out with victory.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely ahead. 13 minutes, anything can happen. An 8-point lead is a pretty strong lead, though.
Yeah.
So it is in Australia's best interest to play slower, smarter. Not necessarily run down the clock because you got to play, but...
Well, I mean, at the same time, every game matters, right? Every point matters between, it's one of the tiebreakers in terms, your matches is the most important victory, but after that, games of the tiebreaker, you only get, like 8 matches or so?
Yeah.
In the round robin, or 9, however many teams you play against.
And only, and not everybody makes it to the elimination rounds, so you need those. Round robin
Really?
does that. Yeah, in this one, not everyone makes it to elimination rounds this year. It's an older format that they've used in the past.
Oh! Tags him. Nice shot by Worth.
Brendan Beattie right in the
right in the
neck, throat. Yeah. Oh!
Next one.
Fantastic honesty on the New Zealand side. I love seeing that, but unfortunately he's out.
Yeah.
Could have great shot by Robert Worth.
Yeah, showing his worth.
Showing his worth. There we go.
There
it's coming to us.
Where's Terry?
Excuse me.
Terry would be so proud of me right now.
I love it. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Now I don't even remember what we were saying, but
yeah, great job. Perseverance there by Worth, slowing it down, keeping the tempo. Some players get you have 10 seconds to make a throw. If it's 1v2, the other side, half the time a player can make a play to reset that count. With for Worth there.
Oh.
Ooh, tagged in the middle there.
Fantastic counter. Number 1 had two balls in his hand, put a little pressure on him. I don't think Chow was really going to actually throw, but he
just gets caught out a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Ooh, big shots by Jaden and Worth. That was a hell of a shot. Did I say hell?
You can say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Jaden Watson coming up. That's a lot of power coming from that right side, kind of leaving a gap, but Leitner putting the pressure back, not letting anything happen there. Good job staying alive by that corner. Don't know who that is. Okay, tempo control now for Australia with the 4 balls. Neither connect, giving up tempo as well and not coming out with a kill there. It's pretty big for that New Zealand side. Let's see what they can do now that they have the tempo control. And they connect with the corner. Jaden Watson trying to put pressure, not giving them that ball easy. Got about 5 seconds left on that clock for the New Zealand side. Not a lot of pump fakes going to be coming out. Yep. Jaden Watson gets caught out in the middle, though, staying alive for the New Zealand side. 5v3, but the Australian side now has 4 balls. It means they get to just throw one. Every one of their players will have a blocking ball. Expect to see big catch, though. Great work there. The New Zealand player. That was, let me see here. That was Beattie, I believe, that made that catch. Good job by Badcock getting over it. And that's Farger getting tagged for the counter on by Leitner, I believe. New Zealand takes the shot on Badcock. Badcock stays alive. Same thing with Leitner. Okay. Once again, if both sides have the same number of balls, it's up to the team with more players to throw. If both teams have the same number of players, the team that threw last does not have to throw again. Okay. Leitner can't connect there. Still has 3 balls, staying alive. Surprised New Zealand didn't put more pressure there, trying to get Leitner on the backing up. But nice job by Badcock. Puts a lot of pressure. I believe gets every ball. I think they have all 6 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
All 6, but only 2 players.
Yeah.
Versus 5, 4.
That's Nick Saunders just got tagged out.
They're getting those rebounds. They're rebounding them off the people. Great plays by Leitner and Badcock.
Really committing to those throws, making sure they get the outs they need.
But good dodging by New Zealand because it didn't work as well as they'd like it to.
Badcock staying alive. Leitner takes a shot into the face of the corner.
Over the ball into the face.
Woo! That was Sam Anderson. It's going to take a second.
Leitner, nice block. Nice block.
Yeah, can't connect there.
One of those that it pops up in the air and kind of rolls around, so you're like, wait, did that?
Yeah.
But no, very, very clearly a block from our angle.
Jump by Leitner. Badcock connects.
Again, kind of the screening. Like he went right there, kind of used Jake to his advantage.
That's one of the harder screens to avoid, too. You know, you have your guard in your corner. It's, you know, they're next to each other for a reason, but Leitner gets tagged out, leaving Badcock alone.
Oh, wow. That's a big out now. Is that Brandon Beatty and Jake Packey there?
Good job staying alive there.
Oh, Martin's a skinny person. You skinny B word. Jealous. I'm just jealous, people.
8 minutes left in this second half. 9-0 lead for Australia.
Out of bounds.
New Zealand gets on the board. 9-1.
There we go. I want to. Yes, that's got to lift their spirits a bit. Give them a little fire and pump up the energy a little. I mean, the game's had lots of energy. It's definitely been really, really fun to watch. So
yeah, I mean,
don't get me wrong.
This New Zealand side is great, right? Like they're not getting outclassed by any means. Like these are great matches still. I think Australia is just hitting their targets a bit more and putting a lot of pressure. And overall though, I'm New Zealand side's doing well.
Yeah, no, I'm loving this. This is a very fun game. Again, the score is 9-1, Australia over New Zealand with just under 8 minutes remaining. The score not being indicative to the level of play. It has been close almost every time. What New Zealand needs to do is close that gap. They need to get some points so they're not. If they can't get 8 more points in the next
8 minutes.
8 minutes, a point per minute, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Please say that'll be history.
That'd be great, just to watch. No offense to Australia, but if they can't do that, then they just need to close that gap so it doesn't hurt their standings. Because again, not everybody makes it through. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Not everybody makes it through to elimination. I think only the
top 8
teams, 8-seeded teams will go into the playoff bracket. I
believe there's 10 or 11 teams for the men this year.
I believe so. I'm not good with math. But yes.
Yeah, I have the standings from yesterday here. Right now, that would be, let's see here.
Well, while you look that up, traditionally...
Argentina, Italy, and Norway right now are the bottom 3. So...
How many we got there? 1, 2, 3,
we have 11.
5, 6. 11? Yeah, this is how WDBF has done it in the past. Last year we changed it in LA. It is the host country's decision to make the format. And I prefer a elimination style where they go into, everyone gets to go into elimination. Because you never know. I'm a big fan of the upset. Yeah. I think it's really exciting, but...
and there were definitely some upsets last year too.
Yes, and there still can be here today. But I know sometimes it's fun because the team's like, we're good, we're going to go to the beach now. So far, a couple counter or throws, but misses on both sides. Initial rush counter didn't quite.
Yeah, that was Shane Coffey staying alive there. Good dodge, getting low, committing to the dodge, but keep themselves safe.
New Zealand's playing a bit slower right now, which I would think they'd want to speed it up. But I mean, strategically, it's probably better to play slow and smarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you don't believe you're going to win the match, I think you don't want to really change your game tempo. You want to play for the day, right? Keep your make the adjustments that you want to make. See if they're working. and get yourself prepared for that next match. You know, they're trying to stay.
Shot by Simon Harrison. Oh, Simon's on the court. How did I miss that beard? But a really cool underhanded shot, counter, fantastic.
Kicked out Andy Chow there. Badcock goes out of bounds on that dodge.
Again, out with the dodging out of bounds.
Yeah.
He might.
Okay, 3-on-3 right now, New Zealand versus Australia.
But I prefer, actually, I'm in a different mentality than you. I like to speed it up at this point, because at this point I'm like, well, what do we have to lose? Either we speed it up and try it and see if it works or not. But it's really not the smart way to do it. That's why I am not on Team USA, New Zealand, Australia. They all rejected my applications. I'm sure it just there was an internet thing, maybe marked as spam. I don't know. We'll talk. They're avoiding me currently, but figure it out.
Ooh, tag.
Right
tag Leitner in the butt. Can we say butt?
I'm going to say butt when it comes to Brandon Leitner.
And that's another tag there.
Troy Haynes.
The fall of Troy.
Wow, bringing it down. Robert Worth.
Once again, can he do it again?
1-on-3.
But gets tagged.
Fantastic shot, number 28, Lance Eason.
Eason.
Eason. You got to say it with a Kiwi accent. Can you do that?
No? Absolutely not.
You know, in New Zealand, they don't say turn off the lights. They say turn on the dark.
I'll never not laugh about it.
I'm not going to be allowed on the stream anymore. But I can't do a Kiwi accent. Great time there. They've got some momentum now. Again, closing that gap. Not so much the 1 game per minute match, or 1 game per minute they need, but still 5.5 minutes on the clock, and they can get it up there.
Yeah. We're in the last 5 minutes now, just about 5 minutes of this second half. Just so the people at home know, I think we're streaming right now on, at least on YouTube, on the Mexican Federation's YouTube channel. We'll be swapping over to the World Dodgeball Federation's YouTube channel after this.
Stay tuned for the links, actually. Sorry to do that to you, but with some of the technical issues we've been experiencing, I'm hesitant to give you just one thing. So WorldDodgeballChampionships.com will have the information on it, and it'll direct the link there. Will direct to wherever you need to be.
Yeah.
As well as, please stay tuned to all our social media channels. But Facebook.
Big catch. Okay, I want to talk about this for a second.
Wait, social media channels so you can follow the live stream link. Okay, go.
Yeah. One fmdb.live/stream will point you to that website. Bookmark it. Make it your homepage. Get rid of Google. Make it dodgeball. Yeah, I want to talk about this. A catch is probably one of the most efficient plays, but I think within catches, a catch that isn't clean, that pops up first, I think is the most efficient catch you can do, because I think it's one of those things that teams at this level, like even at this level that we're still figuring out this game, I don't think teams have figured out how to handle that properly, so to speak. You notice that ball went up in the air, and they committed another 2 balls. So that meant that was a 3-ball play that was forced out of that, and he still ended up with the catch, right? So a player came back in and
protected him. Their team, they knew he was going for that pop-up, and they didn't just leave him vulnerable.
Yeah.
They didn't just all stare to see if he got it. They put some pressure on it and got in front of him with those balls to block him.
Yeah. So he got a ball. He got 2 extra balls as well as the catch. That is, the best thing you can ask for from that play, as well as he stayed alive. So, and look what it's done now, right? Like this momentum for the Australian side, it's 4 against 1.
But that one is
all
Nick Farger, and he has already shown he's been awesome. Yeah, okay, so it has always been Nick
nice
that I've been
dodge
talking
by
about.
Farger.
He's got that awesome
underhand
wind-up.
throw. You don't see a lot of men with that throw.
No, I've seen 2 on the New Zealand team try it. There we go again.
It's one of those things that, it's like seeing a lefty for the first time, like a baseball pitcher. It's so weird coming in differently like that. And so when you don't...
I thought I got him. Sorry.
When you don't play against people that have underhand throws often, even the best players get confused by it. You're not used to the angle of attack.
It's hard to judge it when you jump, too. It doesn't kind of fly the same way, same speed. So sometimes you end up jumping like you normally do and landing on it. Oh!
He gets tagged there.
They took him a lot to get him out. Nick was doing great there. He didn't necessarily connect there, but he was still doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was I going to say?
Australia now gets double digits.
So
10-1.
going back to that those pop-ups, and just raising
10-2?
10-2, 10-2. Going back to that, they won the last 2 in a row. New Zealand did.
Okay.
But that
Good job commentating, Bill.
You celebrated when necessary. But going over those pop-ups, you always want to have a ball. You never want to give the other team all the balls. And I will say the exception to that is if there is a pop-up and you only have one ball, you throw that ball at the person trying to catch it. That is when you risk that because they're very, very vulnerable when they're looking up in the air like that. And again, that's what they did, but the payoff didn't work.
Okay, let's see what this New Zealand side can do. I think they want their third win, right? Just coming out of that last 10 minutes or so with a winning record, so to speak. We're in the last 2.5 minutes here. Once again, as we get down to 0 seconds, we'll go into no block. So look for, when you start no block, you have 3 balls on each side, no matter what. So look for essentially every ball to start flying as we approach 0 seconds left on this clock.
Again, at home, before you check out this game and we take a quick break after this, make sure you're following us on World Dodgeball Federation, WDBF on Facebook, and go to the Dodgeball World Championships with an S.com, World Dodgeball Championships, so you can see where the updated links are. We might have to switch some links around. We might have to do some stuff to compensate for some technical issues, so make sure you're doing that. Also, they will all be shared on USA Dodgeball's Facebook page as well. We're kind of on the fly here, so worlddodgeballchampionships.com. We're doing the best we can. A lot of our social media stuff is now down due to some interrupted internet stuff as well. But go there for the updated info. Don't just, and we'll keep you updated as we go.
Yeah. Okay, 5 against 4 right now. This New Zealand side just really wants to stay alive. Charging counter by Watson. Doesn't connect. A lot of pressure by Chow? Chow, I believe, number 17. Yes. Good job by him putting a lot of pressure, not letting New Zealand come back with even more pressure of their own. Okay, 4-ball play here for the Australian side. Just about a minute left. Nice shot there. Ooh. Chow tries to get the counter, but New Zealand side staying alive. 4v4. 45 seconds left. 4 balls for the New Zealand side. Taps Chow in the foot. What a shot.
Let's see if New Zealand can take one more game in these 30 seconds and then throw it into an extra game and no blocking. That would be fantastic for them because then they'd have a chance to
get that
again,
extra point.
Get that extra point. At the same time, they might want to play it safe. Oh, Watson with the thing.
With the thing,
with the hit. Yeah, you all saw it. He threw the ball and hit the guy. Go Dodgeball.
Yeah. Also, right now, Jaden, Haynes, and Worth. Last 3 left on the Australian side. Who do we have left on the New Zealand side? We have no, Sam Harrison's not on. He's on the court, just giving some advice to the team, but it is number 19, Sam Anderson. We have number 1, Nick Saunders. I don't know who this is in the right corner.
Right. Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, let me look at this. Number 10, that's Chris Wynn. Sorry,
okay.
the angle that we are looking at the court is different from the angle that you see the court.
We should be watching the monitor more.
It's so far away.
At home. It is so far away as well. We talk too much. I would say they just put us up here to get us out of the way, but actually the thing is we snuck in here and they don't know we're doing this.
We snuck the computers in and everything.
Everything. We're all streaming from my phone.
Jaden Watson with the counter, misses. About 10 seconds left on this clock. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Look for a lot of action right now.
Oh.
There we go.
That's it. 2 of them out. So leaving it going into no blocking.
Yep.
1 on 3. It is not looking good for New Zealand. Let's see if Anderson can.
No, Yeah, Sam Anderson. Let's see if he can.
Let's see if he can do this.
He's got, Worth, Jaden Watson, and
Troy Haynes. So
Troy
that
Haynes.
is a very handsome group of very deadly dodgeball players.
And there's the connection.
Worth, the connection. All three. He didn't have a chance there. Unfortunately, he can't block. He maybe could have buckled down for a catch to go that way, but that was hard. Australia did not make it easy for New Zealand. 11-2, Australia over New Zealand. In the background, you can hear screams from the Malaysian women's team.
They just beat Hong Kong?
They just beat Hong Kong. Let's see. I'm trying to see the scores there. I'm seeing 4.
Sounds like it was close.
Yeah, everyone's in front of the scoreboard now. 6-2. Oh, man.
8-7, something. I need new glasses.
Yeah, we're going to get you guys an update on that.
We'll get you an update of results in the next match. We're probably going to sign off here in a moment.
Go to the World Dodgeball Championships.com, championships with an S, World Dodgeball Championships.com. The scores are being updated, I think, /schedule, but
yes,
you'll find the link on the main page. The scores are being updated live as we go, so in just a few minutes you'll find the results from Malaysia versus Hong Kong. I'm betting from those screams Malaysia won, and it was a very tight match, which is good for the Hong Kong women's team. I hear are doing great. I can't wait to see them. I haven't seen them yet. And then on the other side, I see it was 13-something, someone over something. So yeah. We're great commentators. Someone did the thing. Hit them with the ball. Throw it alone, or don't throw alone, and ball left.
We'll get you results at the start of the next match. I'll make sure to have those. For now, I think we're gonna.
Let me give you some questions until we sign off,
Yeah,
because I think we need a minute. So let's see. Going on the Instagram, I'm doing great. You're doing great, Jake. I know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
She said, Jake.
I know. That was sarcasm.
Which game? This is for you, Bill. Which game has you enjoyed commentating the most?
Canada versus Malaysia in the men's match. I think was one of the greatest matches I've seen so far. And then I think Australia versus Malaysia as well. Despite Australia losing, they made adjustments during the half and they won the last 4 games. So both of those matches were very intense. Very great dodgeball.
Awesome. I actually didn't get to see a lot, but I got to see that last part. Any idea if Ballast is working on elbow pads too? Ballast, I'm not sure. I'm sure they are, but right now we also have Reaction Gear is one of our sponsors here. Reaction Gear is a company out of Hong Kong, and they have amazing elbow pads. So I believe their information is on the site, Reaction Gear. I use their elbow pads, and I can attest for them. They're great. They're compression sleeve elbow pad combos. Ballast has the best dodgeball knee pads, and they are also a sponsor of not only this, but Team USA and I believe Team Mexico and New Zealand. They've just been shipping dodgeball gear worldwide, which is great. I think we do have to wrap it up, so I'll get more into your questions. Send them to me. Keep it going, and
All
right.
We'll see you soon. FMDB.live/stream.
Nope. World Dodgeball Championships.com. Oh, and we'll see. Just watch out for specific links because everything's changing. So if the link doesn't work, just go to our Facebook page.
Okay.
The Bill has been watching the game, and I've been getting all the emergency texts. So, all right, you guys will be back in a minute for the stream. Stay tuned.